What's up, everybody? Elemental here, that's at Elemental on the Steem blockchain. And today I'm going to show you the formula that I came up with to help maximize your potential rewards and exposure on the Steem blockchain and the Dtube blockchain by simply directly posting through Dtube, by using YouTube to host your videos, publishing through Dtube, and editing through SteamPeak to maximize your tags. All right, so as I said, I'm going to show you guys how to properly upload to Dtube in a way that is going to maximize your rewards and your potential rewards and your potential exposure. So you see me on YouTube here. So actually what you're going to want to do is first upload your video to YouTube. Now, some of you may not be used to this, but there's actually a new function on Dtube that allows you to upload, use the URL from your YouTube upload, so your video can be hosted by YouTube but then published by Dtube as well. They actually want to encourage you to do this because it saves them a lot of server space, and it saves us bloggers the trouble of dealing with potential problems while uploading through D.Tube, as many of you have probably come across in your time posting. So anyway, you just do your regular upload to YouTube like so. It's going to bring you to here, drag your file. You know how to do all that. After you've gotten your video uploaded to YouTube, you're going to take that URL. I'm just using this one as an example. I'm not actually going to post this because it's already been posted. But while your video is uploading, go to steampeak.com and work on your actual post. Write it out, get your photos in there, your formatting right, and stuff like that. Once you actually have the YouTube URL and that's finished uploading, after you're done with that, you come to D.Tube, which is where you're going to actually publish the video. I know you publish it on Dtube as well, but you're going to publish it here. And like I said, it's going to be hosted on YouTube. But before you do that, when you go to D.Tube, you're going to want to log in not only with your Dtube login information, but you're also going to want to log in with your Steem login information. So you have to use both your private posting keys. If you don't do both of these steps before you go to the upload screen, you're most likely going to just only post to Dtube and not to Steem, or vice versa, depending on which one you logged into. But yeah, once you have those both logged in, you verify that you can see your account on both of those. And just for the sake of doing this, I'll go ahead and log in. So you see my Steem one come up there. And for the Dtube one, a little bit different way of saving that. Okay, gonna log in there. So now you can see my Elemental account has come up on both. Now I can go to the upload screen. At this point, you're just gonna simply, put your URL in there. So in this case, which one did I have? This one. So I'm gonna copy that. And then I'm going to paste my URL here. I'm going to hit the upload button, and that's going to bring in my video from YouTube with the original title, which you can edit for a much longer title because YouTube only lets you put short title, and it re-auto generates your description from YouTube into your Dtube post. Now typically I leave this the same. I may make it a little bit longer. You want to keep it straight and to the point for your Dtube post. This particular part here is going to show up on Dtube, and it will show up on Steem too, but you can edit that after you post. So I just leave the more simplified version for Dtube because this doesn't actually support hypertext formatting or photos. So I keep that in mind when I'm putting my description on Dtube. I don't want to make it look all weird and crazy so people won't even want to read it. I keep that simple and I post that, and then I go back and edit it after I post it for my Steem post. But before you actually hit publish video, and I'm not going to do this because I already posted this one, you're going to want to select on this slider bar how much DTC you want to burn. And as you can see at the bottom there, it goes up as you go along the slider of how much you're going to use. And, I always 100% of the time recommend when you are using Dtube, as long as you have DTC to burn, always burn some, because when you burn this, it increases your visibility of your post on Dtube, which will generate you more votes, more exposure. It's a guaranteed more exposure and visibility if over all else. But this will also increase your likelihood of getting votes from whales that browse Dtube a lot, and also in particular the Dtube Steem account. just even without using the slider bar before, just from using Dtube, I get pretty frequent votes from the Dtube Steem account, which is usually ends up being a $10+ vote, even with Steem being where it is right now, which is pretty low. So yeah, always burn your Dtube. It's worth it. You're gonna get more anyway. You know, I usually burn anywhere from between like 15 to 50 DTC. Sometimes if it's a really, really important post, I'll go up, over 70 or 80 or 100 to really get it some visibility. This is actually a lot more effective than a lot of other ways that you could promote your posts. Very effective tool. I really think that the Dtube coin is really useful and has some functionality to it, unlike a lot of the other tokens that are on Steem Engine. So anyway, you're going to go ahead and hit publish video. Like I said, I'm not going to do that here. But as you do that, your post will then come up on your blog. So you go to steampeak.com / your at your account name. And when you see your new post pop up, I know this is an old one here, but as an example, just pretend that this is a brand new post that I just published from Dtube. So what you're going to want to do at this point is go here and hit edit. Okay. And this screen here is where you're going to want to make your edits for your post, type in any additional stuff, insert your pictures like I've done in this one already. And then you're going to want to, at the very end of it, when you're done with all that, add in all your tags. And this is the reason I use SteamPeak over any other front end when I'm doing my actual editing, because this is the only front end I'm aware of that allows you to incorporate up to 10 tags in your post, as opposed to the traditional 5 that steemit.com allows you and most of the other front ends allow you. There are many advantages to this, but the main one is the fact that you can use multiple tribes, multiple token retrieving tags. And I don't want to encourage anyone to abuse this, but there's a lot of posts that fall in line with multiple tribes and multiple front ends. So that's why you see me using different front end tags and token retrieving tags specifically on my cannabis posts, because all my cannabis posts are not just cannabis posts that belong on Weed Cash Network, but they are also natural medicine posts, because I do all 100% organic grows, and it is a natural medicine in the most sense because I do it organically and naturally. Also, natural products is applicable here because, once again, I am creating a natural product with my grow, and this post definitely falls in line with that. Creative Coin is pretty broad in terms of what you can put on it. Anything creative, really. Reggae Steam, obviously reggae falls in line with cannabis. Peace Abundance Liberty falls in line with, doing things the right way. Can of Curate is not a token retrieving tag. So I try to give it a good like 70-30 mix between token retrieving and just descriptive tags that fall in line with certain categories so they can be seen and more visible in that way. That's why I was using Can of Curate here, because I feel like that'll increase the visibility of my post, not necessarily get me any more tokens or rewards though. Build It, that's something I use because I do a lot of things from scratch. I do a lot of things myself. This is one of them, so that falls in line there. I'm not exactly sure what Steam Ace is, but I like what it's called. So yeah, and I actually, if you scroll up on my Steam blog of this video, or in the Dtube description, you'll see a list of token retrieving tags in the post that I'm making here, that you can use if it's applicable to what your content is. So anyway, after you have your thing completely how you want it, you got all the tags in there that you want, you're going to hit update. The reason I do my editing in here first, it's just really easy to do my editing while it's uploading on YouTube, and then I'll come in here and copy and paste this entire post, minus the tags for the videos and stuff, into the screen where I'm editing from the post that just published through Dtube to Steem. That's why I keep it in 2 separate windows. As soon as I got that thing copied from here to over here where the actual post is, I close this first window, because one time I accidentally came down on this window and hit publish instead of hitting update on the original post, and it actually created a second clone post with no video, which looked bad. It just looked like, that makes you look like you're just trying to get more rewards for the exact same content, which of course was not my intention, and obviously wouldn't be your intention if you did that by accident. So I think it's very important to go ahead and close this tab when you have already copied and pasted that on over. After you've hit published, after you hit publish, you're then going to want to go to the various front ends that you use tags for to verify that your post actually made it to those front ends. So in this case, the two main ones that I'm concerned with are naturalmedicine.io, since I use the natural medicine tag, and Weed Cache Network. So I'll check my blogs on both of these sites just to make sure that the post actually showed up there. And this is the final step, just to make sure it worked. The last time I did this, or actually a couple of posts ago, it actually didn't immediately post these front ends. So I got on Discord in the different servers where, you know, I hit up River Flows and I hit up Richard Krill to see what the deal was, and there was apparently an issue with Scottbot. And so sometimes there are problems, but as you can see here on Weed Cache Network, my video did appear, or my post did appear, and my post did appear here too on Natural Medicine. Now, that completes the steps, but I would like to mention one more thing. If you are doing a Dtube video upload and you want it to appear on Weed Cache Network, I would strongly advise that instead of you using the traditional D.Tube website, that you use the customized Weed Cache Network video Dtube website, which is video.weedcache.network. You can see the URL right here. And this one is it's essentially just a clone of Dtube with customization of Weed Cache. This will ensure that your post makes it to the Weed Cache Network site front end, because one time I posted regular through Dtube and I tried to add the Weed Cache tag in after, and it didn't work. It used to work, but sometimes it doesn't. So to guarantee that it's going to go there, use the video.weedcache.network site, and then you can add your tags in for your other tribes if you wish at the end, and it will still post there as well, even though you use this. So anyway, that's going to conclude my video for today. I'm about to upload this video now and then publish the post in the exact method that I just described to you guys here. And you guys can judge for yourselves based on the exposure and rewards that this post get, if it's worth it for you to follow these steps to help you. My intention with this video and this post is definitely to help you guys get more rewards, more exposure, and just grow Steem in general. So I hope you all found this informative and it helps you. Have a great night. Peace out for now.